So welcome back. Welcome back to the third circle protocol, where we talk about relationships. And the relationship that is usually top of mind with people that come into the clinic are, how can I meet the love of my life? How can I meet my soulmate? Or they come in and they say, I met someone last night and it was instant. I felt like we've known each other for years. I think they're my soulmate. Or they come in and they say, how come I always choose losers? How come everybody that I meet lasts for maybe 3 weeks or 3 months? I'm not right for them and they're not right for me. And it always goes back to the same thing. It goes back to that relationship circle. You, me, that circle. What is that circle, that contract made of? What does it consist of? What are our needs, our wants, our values, our priorities, and what are we prepared to give to it to keep it flourishing and healthy and thriving, particularly with love relationships? So let's look at some of those things. When we meet someone, most of the time we're attracted by electricity. Shall we call it that? Electricity. We get a zzz going and we think, that's a good one. And we start dating them. We start going out with them. Then we find after about 3 months or 6 months that there are things about them we weren't quite sure of. Our values aren't the same. That's a big one. So let's look at your values, because your values, again, are very important. If you know what your values are, you'll attract people who have the same values. And if they don't have the same values, you won't have that relationship. But more importantly than that, about love relationships, you have to decide, what is it you absolutely need? Bottom line, need. 4 or 5 things that you need in a relationship. Is it integrity? Is it humor? Is it to be heard? Is it kindness? What is it for you? You need to know that. Then what do you want? You know, what are the nice to haves? Nice to have maybe that they like music, or they like the outdoors, or anybody who's in a relationship with me needs to like comedy, needs to like music. All good, but you need to know that. And most importantly, what are you prepared to give to this relationship? What are you prepared to give to it to make it thrive and whole and healthy so that it doesn't diminish? Because every time you behave or say or do something in a way that diminishes that relationship, it gets smaller and smaller, it shrinks. And our goal is to make sure that when you decide that you have a relationship with someone who shares the same values and priorities with you, that you do what it takes to keep it alive and flourishing. Sound like a good idea? So one of the things you can do is to start a chart that says, what did I notice about my partner today that I appreciate? What did they do that made my heart warm, feel warm, and made me smile? In the next column, what can I do for them this coming week that makes them feel the same way? And what did my partner do that demonstrates their strengths and what it is that makes me love them so much? And think about that for yourself too, because if your partner's doing it, that's how you're going to behave. Come back next time and we'll talk about the in-laws, because we assume that that relationship worked out very well.